Happy Friday, everyone, and today is December 25, and we are going to talk about Christmas here at the Message of Peace segment of the Correllian Family R. As Correllian, do you celebrate Christmas? For me, as individual, I don't usually celebrate Christmas, but my family does. Even before I became a Correllian, I don't celebrate Christmas. So why I don't celebrate? I see Christmas being a commercial holiday and not as a spiritual holiday. Though as Filipino, we are rooted deeply in the Christian Catholic doctrine. So being new into paganism, it is hard for a Filipino pagans to root out him or herself and stop celebrating Christian holidays. For me as individual, prior becoming a Correllian, I was raised up as a Roman Catholic. Then in high school, I was converted by a schoolmate into a Bible Baptist church and even become a missionary and Sunday school teacher. At college, my real spiritual journey began as I hopped from one church to another and even lead me to Islamic mosque and Dawah Center and finding my own spiritual path. Actually, this episode is not about my spiritual autobiography, but it is all about Christmas. Anyway, I want to point out here that I may also help other Filipino Christians that became pagan or other individual who are formerly Christians and now they are embracing paganism in their life on how to deal situation of celebrating Christian holidays. In the Correllian Membership Hub, I have met a Filipino who is a solitary Correllian in the Philippines, but she practiced Wicca at the same time still praying the Catholic Rosary. At first, she is bothered on her practice because in her mind, she thought that praying the Rosary and practicing witchcraft is contradictory. Sorry for that. I know what she feel because during the time I started to practice paganism, there are many criticism I received from other pagan and Wiccan practitioners in the Philippines and even online. Until recently, the term Christo-pagans have emerged. But for me, why Christo-pagan is possible? In the Philippines, there are many Christo-pagan who deny or refuse to be called pagans. Their practices are pagan, but their deity is Christian. And those people are called antingeros using the lihim na karunungan ng Diyos. They are like curanderos of Mexico who use prayers or orasyon with talismans and amulets in affecting cure or in casting spells. For me, personally, if we talk about Jesus Christ, He is not only a Christian deity, but can be considered as a pagan deity. Why? Let us read from the Bible. It says that in Matthew chapter 2, verse 1 and 2, that says, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, where is the one who was born King of the Jews? We saw his star on the east and have come to worship him. Here we read the word Magi, which the word magic is derived. And on verse 2, it describes the practice of the Magi by looking on the star, which is also the practice of astrology. And aside from that, they have come to worship Jesus. In the Old Testament of the Bible, the practice of magic and witchcraft was forbidden. But on the birth of Christ, of Jesus, Magi of the East came to worship Jesus. Why such magicians should worship Jesus if the Old Testament forbid the practice of magic? And on Jesus' life, he constantly practiced magic by making miracles, as the Christian term it to be. I have another story to share to you. In the Shrine of Luntiang Agama, we provide livelihood training in massage therapy and traditional healing arts to our members. And after training, they have to take the national certification provided by the government. And during their national assessment and certification examination, a Christian pastor become their assessor and ask all assessee to pray with him, and our members pray with the pastor. After their assessment, I asked one of my members why they pray together with the Christian pastor to Jesus, and he said, "We are pagans, And we are also, as pagans, we are also polytheistic. Jesus is a deity who is also worth of our honor. The message of peace here is that sometimes religion separates us from the divine by being fanatical to our own denomination. The deity encompasses all religion, such as what Correllianism teaches us that all divinity are equally valid. So in celebrating holiday, let us always see divinity on it and not just on the commercial value of the occasion. For Correllian Family R, I am Apo Admanagama, delivering the message of peace today only here at Pagans Tonight Radio Network. May you all, blessed be peace. Mayari na pag-asatin. Back to you, Lord Don.